G'day, Adam Braden from the West here. How do you explain what happened tonight, particularly the first half?
Yeah, extremely disappointing. There are no excuses for that. So we need to own it and accept it and then get better. We played a very good side who beat us on the inside and outrun us on the outside. So that combination gave us what you saw. So, I mean, the lesson is the AFL doesn't wait for anyone. So we need to accept it, move on and get better. But yeah, really disappointing.
Did you think there were some physical issues in terms of double 6-day break, underdone players? And did you think the high of last week, maybe you had a bit of a down coming down off that?
No, not the last week, but the other stuff. You don't want to make excuses, and we're not going to. So we'll just accept what's happened tonight as a really disappointing night, and we've got a lot of work to do with the direction in which we're going. We're on a path, and we're not going to have success every week, but we want to be competitive. And in that first half, I mean, I know what the inside 50s were, 40-10 or something. So our inability to win a contest and spread from that, I'm sure there was a bit of physical stuff there, but it happened from the very beginning. So, not good enough. Third quarter, at least we gave a bit of a response. In the second half, we might have gone down by a couple of goals, but we'll look at the first half and we'll assess that one.
I imagine after last week you held some level of confidence that you could try and claw your way back into the season a little bit. How much has that been rocked by tonight?
I haven't thought that deeply about it. I mean, I think we've got to concentrate on the now and not worry about the season. But like I said earlier, that our industry doesn't wait for anyone. So, if we don't start winning, we won't be a chance of playing finals. So I get that. But our priority at the moment is we're working on an identity of the way we want to play, and tonight you saw nothing of it. So, but success is not a straight arrow. There's going to be some ups and downs, so we need to learn from it. But by no means are we accepting what happened tonight as a growth opportunity. It was disappointing.
Adam, you moved down to the bench in the first half. What was the reasoning behind that?
I don't know. No reason. I do that a lot. Sometimes with a younger group, you get down on the bench so you can just get the vibe of what's going on. Obviously, after the first quarter, the ability to get back on task and play your roles and stay focused is important. So I thought maybe that might help, but I don't think it does. It's more my connection with the players is a bit easier. Yeah, so I don't think that's a massive issue.
Adam, when you were losing players to injury and COVID, you had no choice to make as many changes as you did. Are you mindful when you're getting them back as to how many you can bring back in underdone, or are you just at a case now where you get them all back in and get them all playing together again, get them fit and see when things start turning around?
It's a great question, and we're trying to manage it as best we can. So, what we have today, we had 6 changes, which, it's not ideal, but that's reality. So we need to accept it. We've got our captain coming back. You got Elliot Yeo, 2-time All-Australian Best and Fairest winner, and Tim Kelly, and Jamie Cripps. So they're very, very good players, but the synergy's not there, obviously. But that's not a reason for the first quarter in particular. So we're not making any excuses. But you're right, synergy's going to be difficult. It's been a challenge all year. I think 3 players have played every game, but I don't think we hold that one in front of the first half. I think we can own what happened and understand that, we've got a lot of work to do on and off the field with how we train and our fitness and all those things and synergy. But that sits behind the disappointment of tonight. So hopefully it reflects, this conversation doesn't come across as making excuses. We don't want to do that. But we think we'll get more synergy as we go.
Did Elliot have a concussion test early on?
I missed a lot of the first quarter. I think he did, and he was cleared. So I think the mandatory 15 minutes that you have off the field. So, that's what happened with Elliot. He's fine though. He's fine now.
Obviously, you missed Nick. He's a gun player. But what did you make of Bailey and the ruck tonight against Adams?
Well, they're a young combination, and the scope for their improvement's really good. I think they're both 21 and 22 years old, so they're probably a combination of 20 games of experience. I thought at stages the first possession in the first quarter from clearances, I think it was -10. So that connection with our mids wasn't there. But I wouldn't put the blame on our rucks. I think they're going to learn. They're going to have some ups and downs. So we need to work on that part of our game. So obviously Nick is a different player. So that combination we think can work for us in the future. But I don't think it'll work too well tonight.
Adam, just on the.
Oh,
sorry, you go, Chatters.
Thanks, mate. We saw Willie Rioli late have a bit of a clash of legs and he came off. Is he okay?
I've said this 3 weeks in a row that we've got through with no injuries, and we've had a minimum of 4 plus a couple of COVID. So I'm not going to say we're injury free, but I've been told we're injury free. So that's that might be a positive, but we'll wait until Monday. And we've got an 8-day break, so we'll look at our wounds, we'll review it like we review every week, and we'll get on with it. But I think Willie's going to be fine.
Yeah, cool. And we saw Yo spend some time in defence there. Is that something you're going to do while you build up his fitness and game time?
I think so. Yeah. It's a little bit unfortunate we're doing it. Obviously last week we were missing a lot of our midfield. This week we got a lot back, and they didn't perform. So, like I said, they're not excuses, but there's probably reasons. But we've got to give a lot of credit to Sydney. The way they played, their ability to win the contest and then spread. Two-way running was elite. And, we couldn't stop it. So,
And at this stage, does it look like McGovern will be able to come back next week?
At this stage, yeah. I'm not sure. I haven't had an update, but at this stage he'll be right for next week.
Yeah, thanks. All right, Braden.
And Adam, Oscar Allen and Andrew Gaff as well. Where are they at for next week?
I'm not sure. Gaff, I couldn't tell you. So maybe one of them, maybe none of them. I'm not quite sure. So we'll have to wait and see. An extra couple of days break is going to be good for us, but I suspect Allen will be a bit longer than 1 week.
And just on the big 3 mids that you brought back in tonight, what did you make of what you got from them in terms of what you were hoping to get? And would you have made the same decision to bring them all back together?
We don't really have a choice. They're 3 of our best players, so we need to get them going. And there's only so much you can do other than playing them at Waffle, which we did with Elliot Yeo last week. And Luke missed 2 weeks through COVID, so they need to play. They need to get that match fitness at AFL level. And we need to get the best out of them. So we're working on that. And tonight we lowered our colours. And that happens sometimes. Unfortunately, it was across the board around the contest. And that method, cleaner, tougher, and worked harder. And that combined for a collective belting in the first half.
So do you think those 3 will all be better for the run next week?
Oh, of course they will. Yeah, they definitely will be. But it's no excuse and you can't point the finger at those 3. I think we've got to take the whole 22 plus the coaches on this one. So we'll own it together. We've got their backs. We know that they're good players. We know we're better than what we produced tonight.